The nation Sunday. In Chicago, record low temperatures of 25 degrees below zero forced many people into public shelters and hampered firemen fighting a multiple alarm fire there. With the latest headlines, I'm Greg Moss.
Chunks. A spokesman for CEI says that 3 plants out of 4 in the area are not generating enough power because demand is so high and the coal is frozen. Only the Ashtabula plant is going at full power. Avon Lake, the East Lake generating plant, and the Lakeshore plant have all been operating at half or 3/4 power. And because of that, electric power has been brought in from other states to keep us going. So CEI is asking all of us to conserve energy by turning off all unnecessary lights and try not to use high-power appliances like dishwashers, washing machines, and even TVs all at the same time. CEI also says if more conservation is needed, it will issue another request to reduce later on. Rick Young, News Center 8, Cleveland.
Well, down in Akron, they tried just about everything to generate warmth. That's because Akron had the coldest temperatures in the entire state today. News Center 8's Akron correspondent Dick Rust reports it's virtually brought the city to a standstill.
It has never been as cold in Akron as it was today, 24 below zero, and that was only half of it. Blasting wind gusts plunged the chill factor past 80 below zero. Most streets in Akron were deserted today, with the exception of those who had to be out and those who had taken every precaution, and for some, still it wasn't enough.
You're still cold in all this?
Yes. I'm properly dressed, but I'm still cold.
Neither rain nor snow nor sleet, but how about 85 below wind chill?
I just about had it. I won't go any colder than this. I'll give it a shot, but I don't know how long I can keep it up.
By noon, the temperature down here in Akron had warmed up to 9 below zero, and even that was too cold for it to register on any of the outdoor thermometers downtown. Citizens Hospital in Barberton treated 4 people today for frostbite. They suffered while trying to start their cars, and water pipes were bursting all over the city. When it's 24 below, it doesn't take but seconds to get a frozen pond where there used to be a road. Something to talk about sure was, and something to remember. But unless you had to be, it really was nothing to be out and about in. Dick Rust, News Center 8, Akron.
Well, our weather really chilled us to the bone, but News Center 8's Wayne Dawson says, fortunately, most of us made out all right.
Here at the Salvation Army's Harbor Light Shelter, there's room for 60 men and 7 families. Last night, the coldest night in years, there were over 20 empty beds.
On the 1st and 15th, they receive their welfare checks, and many people are able to go ahead and pay their bills and make up their rent at their places where they're staying. The other situation is that we have excellent placement services in the city, and they get out of the shelters quickly into permanent housing.
The situation was the same all over town. There were 13 vacancies at the Angeline Christian Home, 12 at the City Mission, and several vacancies at St. Herman's. One woman in desperate need of shelter was Mary Martinez. Now living at Harbor Light, she and her husband arrived in town last week. Unable to find a job, they began sleeping in their car.
We parked at Edgewater Park down at Westside, and it was freezing. But we had blankets, and then that's when the cops came, you know, and they found us a place here. We said we can sleep here.
Shelter officials say more and more people are starting to wander in, and if this cold wave continues, there's no doubt most of their beds will soon be filled. Wayne Dawson, News Center 8, Cleveland.